Okay, I'm back. It's been a hell of a long time since I've done any tutorials, but I've got some time in the next couple of weeks in between some projects. And I was looking at other people's tutorials. I was learning about learning some more stuff on After Effects and things like that. And it got me thinking, well, it's good to stay involved and participate in the game. So I thought I'd throw a little bit of information out there. Stuff that I pick up along the way in terms of video, whether it's shooting, editing, whatever. Today, a quick one. I just want to talk about light temperature for a second. And these tutorials aren't really meant for, the highfalutin guys that think they're all that. But if you are learning and just doing your own webcasts or video with friends or just making an amateur movie or something like that, maybe you'll find some of this stuff helpful. This light here has been a favorite of mine. It costs $30. I talked about it in another tutorial. It's a cheap lamp in here and this cheap shade right here. And I just love this thing. It's great. What I'm going to talk about, and the problem is you can't take them on corporate pro shoots or anything like that, or people think you're cheapskate, but if they aren't looking, they're great to use as a background light or something like that. Or if you're doing your own stuff, they're good as a key light and a fill light as well. This clamp right here, you can clamp to anything. I usually use the top of a chair and then point it at somebody, but whatever. Talking about light temperature. Light is measured in degrees Kelvin, and if you've ever had a mind to notice that when you walk outside, the light you're seeing outside looks very blue, and the light inside when you're in a nice cheery winter home or something like that looks very yellow, and that's because the lights that are being used inside are burning at a lower temperature than the exterior light. The more yellow the light, the lower the temperature is. So your average interior bulb is burning anywhere from like 2,500 to 3,000 degrees Kelvin. Exterior light is over 5,000 degrees Kelvin. Lower the temperature, yellow. Higher the temperature, blue. And why does this matter? It matters because, and I've got it on auto iris right now, and there is some light coming in from outside, but it's a cloudy day, but I wanted to show you the difference. So the light coming in from outside is very hot. All right, it's over 5,000 degrees Kelvin. And when I turn this lamp on here, you'll see that it's very, very yellow. And it would require another white balance in order to try and get them to match. And this can be a real problem when you're using interior lights and an exterior light is coming in from the sun. It can be a bit of a bitch because you're using yellow and then you've got blue and it can get all mixed up and it might screw up your white balance, and you're wondering if it's correct. The easiest thing to do, according to the video guys, and according to me, I do it all the time, but you've got your blue gel. And if you were to cover a light with blue gel, it would more closely match the exterior light coming in, all right? And you could throw another gel in. There's all kinds of gel. There's different grades of gel. You can put 2 gels over the top of it, whatever, until you get things to match. Or you could even put a gel over the window itself if you had enough of it. All right, like an ND filter roll over the entire window to knock down the power of the sunlight coming in. So you can do that. However, I'm just going to tell you, these things are great. I'm in love with these lights right now. They're great. They're cool. You can put your hand right near, you can put them right next to somebody. They're very, very cool to the touch. And they also come in different temperatures. And the guys over at Philips, and this isn't a pitch for Philips, but they've done a good job. They actually write the temperature right on the packaging itself. This doesn't happen to be a Philips. This happens to be somebody else, and I'm not that in love with it, but they're okay. But I found Philips to be the best. And they actually put things like, sometimes you'll see them with the temperature on them, but it doesn't matter. They'll have like a little a sun logo, which tells you that it burns hot. It burns like a blue, like sunlight. Or they'll have like a light bulb logo, which tells you that it burns like your interior light bulb, such as this one, which is very, very yellow. So if I turn this off, and I'm going to let it cool a little bit, it's actually quite cool to the touch. You can touch it like this, but I'm not going to put my fingertips on it just yet. So this one burns a little bit yellow, so I'm shooting near an exterior source. Naturally, I wouldn't have a light right next to my face, but what would happen if I wanted an extra light to fill in, say, over here with this exterior light coming in, and all I've got is this yellow bulb? Not cool. Maybe I don't have any gel. The easiest thing to do, it doesn't take very long. You undo it. I write the temperature or what it is on the side. Then I reach over and I grab a different one. And this one I've written, maybe you can see it, I've written 6,500. And my camera can measure the light temperature of the light, and when I white balance on something, it tells me what the temperature is. Yours might not. Just remember, blue, yellow. That's all you really need to know. This one burns at about 6,500 K, which means it'll burn more blue. That means that if I were to take the yellow one out when sitting near a window, put the 6,500 one in, and then put it somewhere and turn it on, you'll see that it much more closely matches the exterior light coming in. So there's a quick tip that if you have 2 different bulbs in your case and a couple of these shades, if you're interior shooting near a lot of lamps and things like that, you'd go with your yellow bulb to make it match more closely and make life easier on you so you don't have to do much gelling. And if you're near a window or you're outside and you want to fill something in, then you would just switch the bulbs and go with your blue bulb, which just burns at a higher temperature. Hope that little tip helps, and we'll be back later on with some more stuff. Bye.